Hi there, it's David Oestreicher here on Carmiel, Friday afternoon, people getting ready for Shabbos. This week was a very kind of strange week. It was the week of Yom Ha'atzmaut, and before that, Yom HaZikaron. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. It was the week of Yom HaZikaron, the day of remembering those who fell in battle for the state of Israel and those who were killed by terrorists. Followed that night by Yom Ha'atzmaut, maybe the greatest celebration in Israel, the celebration of Independence Day, the creation of the state. And it's always a 48 hours of twisting of emotions. You know, the siren goes off for 2 minutes and the country becomes quiet. People stand beside their cars. It's tremendously moving. You know, people say that Yom Hashoah, which just passed not long ago, and Yom HaZikaron, what is the difference? Yom HaZikaron is about the over 23,000 people who gave their lives to create the state of Israel, our state. It was the price to have this state. And Yom HaShoah, the 6 million, was the price not to have a state. But this year's holiday was very strange because all of the gatherings, the packed military cemeteries, the Yom HaZikaron parties at the Kotel and all over Israel, all of the events that normally happen were kept inside, were private. Nobody could gather. It's never happened before. It's a time of national gathering to mourn and to celebrate. It was done on Zoom this year. It was done in private, behind closed doors. And even the celebrations in the diaspora were makeshift attempts to celebrate outside because we couldn't gather. They were drive-by celebrations. Touching, moving, but not what they're intended to be. This Shabbos is the 8th day of Iyar. 504 years ago, in 1516, the city of Venice forced its Jewish population to move into an area of what had been a metal foundry, for melting different kinds of metals, and it was abandoned. The word metal foundry in Italian for metal foundry is ghetto. This was the first ghetto. Now, ghettos have sometimes been romanticized. But my father's mother, who was Austrian from that background, American actually, liked to impress upon her grandchildren not to romanticize the ghetto. She reminded us it wasn't simply about separation. The ghetto gates were locked from the outside. We were prisoners. We were private. We were isolated. Almost quarantined from the Italian population at the time. Ghetto. Somehow, we were forced to experience that sense this year. And experiencing it should tell the Jewish people and the people of Israel exactly how significant our nation state is. We celebrate in public. We are the public here, in fact. And now, Jews can celebrate Yom Hashua in most countries in public, which they never could do before. They barely could get out in public. And they took big gambles when they went out in public. There were certain days when Jews would keep their homes dark for fear of a pogrom. But that's over now. And even though we're forced temporarily in this very bizarre moment to shelter indoors, it's not the way it should be. Now that we're sovereign in our own nation, we don't go out in public. We are the public. Our holidays are national holidays. There's nothing to hide. There's a pride in what has been accomplished. And I thank the state of Israel and all those who sacrificed to make it be as it is, to give us that freedom, both here and in fact in most of the world as well. Happy birthday, Israel. Shabbat Shalom. Be well.